In this video, I want to start covering the net update frequency of the player state. So what I'm referring to is basically how often the player state is pulled for replication. So one way with that we can kind of see how slow this actually is right now is by just watching our points. So as you can see, it took a while for our points to go from 0 to 500. And when I buy the STG, you can see it took a while to go from that to 200. And then if I buy ammo, same thing. It took, sweet old time to go down to 50. And the reason for that is the net update frequency. So let's go to the player state blueprint and find our replication section and go down to net update frequency. Now you can see by default, this is actually set to 1. Now this is set to 1 by default because the player state is something that is relevant to everybody, all the time. And if we have a lot of properties in here, that can be, that can quite quickly add up if we're constantly polling for replication. However, in our case, we only have 4 clients, so this is something we can bump up and not really have to worry about, especially given that we are using the push model. That will help a little bit. And in other areas, we are using dormancy to basically just try to reduce the overall load that is being done from the networking/replication side. But one thing we'll see is, let's say we bump this up to 10, for example, compile, save, and now if we watch our points, you can see it went up to 500 a lot faster. And if I buy the STG, it updates a lot quicker. And if I buy ammo, it also updates a lot faster. So basically anything attribute related is now going to respond quite a bit faster, including our ammo. So you can see the attributes are being updated and corrected much faster. So that's something we want to take into account. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and just set, the default net update frequency to 10 in our project. And that's kind of going to be our starting point. Now, I actually want to do this for pretty much every actor and kind of just lower it a bit. So we're going to do it to our pawn and a couple other classes. So to begin, let's first off go to our pawn, SKG pawn, and we can see the default value in blueprint right here. So let's go to our replication. So net update frequency by default is 100. And in my opinion, that is quite a bit too high. So we can lower it to just something by default to say 30. So on the pawn, let's set the net update frequency to simply 30. Now let's go back to our player state and do something similar. So set net update frequency. We want to set it to 10. So we've lowered the pawn quite a bit and bumped up the player state. Now let's also go to our wall weapon, or our wall weapon module, to our wall weapon.cpp, and go to the constructor because we are replicating. We want to set the net update frequency to something pretty low. So in our case, we can just do probably something like 0.1 even, very similar to our barricade. So I'm going to walk you through how the barricade works really quick. So in the barricade, by default, we are setting the update frequency to 1, and we are setting the net dormancy to be dormant initially. So because this is an actor that is placed into the world, like this, just like our barricade, we can use dorm initial. So basically, once we say purchase the wall weapon, we can wake it up, which we actually do in this barricade. So once we have our interact logic, we set the net dormancy to awake, and that is going to go ahead and basically start the replication of this barricade. And then because it gets cleaned up, we don't have to worry about setting it back to being dormant anymore. So we're going to do something very similar. But for now, we're just going to set the update frequency to be very low. So actually, let's just set it to 1.0. And in our case, we're going to be pretty much flip-flopping back between dormant and awake. So at some point or another, let's set dormancy to initial. I'll just add that as a comment. And that is going to help reduce just in general, when it's awake, reduce the time that the actor is spent awake. So that's going to take care of our wall weapon. Now, if we look at our actual firearm, so real quick, if we go to our firearm.h, this is actually already being handled. So if we go to the ASKG firearm and the constructor, by default, we are setting it to 15. And to me, that is a pretty good value because it is an important actor that we need to have. So we don't need to set it in the firearm. So we just want to modify the weapon module, the player state, and the player pawn. So now that we have done that and we've set the defaults, let me actually revert this change for the example. We can close down the editor, recompile, and relaunch. Okay, once we get back in the editor, we can go to our player pawn, search for the net update frequency, which is now 30, so that is good to go, and our player state, which is now 10, so that is also good to go. Now I also want to remove this logic in our pawn because it's just not needed anymore. So we already know this is set to a 1 and everything is pretty much good to go. So I just wanted to kind of cover the net update frequency, but it's basically the rate at which the server is polling for replication. So the faster it is, the more likely you are to be receiving the update, well, sooner. Now there is a limit. So for example, if the server is only running at 10 FPS, obviously you are going to be limited as to how fast it is going to be able to poll. So anyways, that's going to be all for this video, and I will see you in the next one. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.